The co-creator of Deadpool and the enthusiast of giant chests on Captain America, Rob Liefeld, has a very salient point. One that I really didn't connect the dots on, okay? But a very, very good point that he has right here. Disney pulled the Revenge of the Sith so as to not take money away from the Thunderbolts, which, yeah, if you were not aware, okay, Revenge of the Sith has been absolutely crushing it. Over the past weekend, they released it for the 20th anniversary, and well, it ended up making, like huge money, man. Okay, it ended up doing $25 million domestically, 44.3 worldwide, I think, in its opening weekend. And you take a look at the numbers during the week, it's still crushing it, but it's going to get pulled on Friday as to not step on the toes of Thunderbolts, because they think that they're going to make more money with the Thunderbolts, something that is being projected to, I don't know, top end hit $60 million. Okay, it's going to be a lot cheaper, and you don't really stand to lose anything by keeping this legacy movie in the theaters, and you'd probably end up doing better than that, because you take a look at the returns, man, $1,234. I mean, I would not be shocked that the Thunderbolts ends up hitting somewhere in, on, and around second place Saturday or Sunday. This is my long shot. If I was a betting man, I would say that, the Thunderbolts ends up winning the weekend, but I kind of think Sinners might have an outside shot of winning a day. I don't know if Saturday or Sunday or something like that, but the way that they roll in previews with Friday sometimes, I think that they'll end up, just inadvertently a winning Friday, but it could be touch and go, because it's going to be quite a disaster. Like, all the projections don't end up looking good, but the second half of this tweet, it slipped by me, okay? But they pull Revenge of the Sith, yes, as to not detract from the Thunderbolts, during May the 4th, Disney's artificial Star Wars Day. You remove a Star Wars movie that you have that's doing well in the theaters? These people are nuts. I didn't make that connection, and that shows you that me and my passable appreciation for Star Wars. I understand what it's all about. I am not in deep like a bunch of people. I probably know more about Star Wars than, the layman that's out there, but I'm by no means in depth in the lore or anything like that. But the fact that didn't immediately pop into my mind kind of shows you that me, being a somewhat educated normie on Star Wars, is on equal footing with Disney and Lucasfilm. That's not good. That is really not good. But hey, if you're a Disney fan, if you're a Disney enthusiast, well, first and foremost, you're not watching this video, but if you are looking for something to watch at the theaters, there is another Disney project that's out there, because guys, you can still go catch Snow White, because it's going to be in theaters for a little while longer. And hey, we got some good news. It managed to crawl past $200 million worldwide. Round of applause. Round of applause for Snow White. You managed to beat that milestone, but the way that things are going so far, yeah, you're not going to end up eclipsing the Marvels, at least on the tracking for Box Office Mojo. Okay, for the Marvels over on the numbers, and they still have it sub a $200 million, but over on Box Office Mojo, it's 204 or something like that. It's never going to hit that number. Okay, it's absolutely not, because at this point in time, like during the week, you're pulling in 5 digits, low 5 digits, non-aggressive 5 digits, 610 theaters. It'll probably get pulled this weekend, or maybe it'll just be in like a handful of theaters, okay? Sub 500 theaters, so maybe 300 theaters, mostly because, yeah, you're pulling in $40, $70, $50 during the week, okay? Nobody's going to this stuff. It is absolutely dead, and with returns like this, less than 45 days, and all of those theaters that are really pushing for a 45-day release window, when you get served up a turd like Snow White, are you really going to be advocating for that, forced exclusivity? Yeah, I don't really think so, okay? Having a Disney breathe down your neck telling you that, no, you need to go ahead and you need to put our shit in a fucking theaters, otherwise you're not going to get your hands on Avatar at the end of the year, and whatever other Fox properties we can leverage. But we all knew this was going to be a bomb. I don't think anybody reasonably predicted how big of a bomb it was gonna be, but yeah, we all came together on that conclusion. But I pretty much stood alone. I didn't hear anybody else talk about this, but the common sentiment out there was, yep, this was going to be the end of Rachel Zegler's career. This would be the one. This was the movie that crossed the Rubicon. She ended up doing too much damage to Disney. She would never she would never end up working again. This would be the end of her career, the end of Rachel Zegler. You go over there, you work in Hollywood, you work on Broadway, you go over to London, you do your goofy play on the West End that nobody's going to go watch, but you go ahead and do that. You're a theater kid. That is absolutely your speed. And then we take a look at the pre-sale numbers on that one. It doesn't even look like she's really set up to be on Broadway or the equivalent over across the pond. That's what everybody else was saying. What was I saying? Like, this is not going to affect her, man. We've seen bigger failures, okay? We have seen more catastrophic, vitriolic disasters before, and the most they get is a slap on the wrist, and then they just get a new job after that, which is exactly what is happening to Rachel Zegler. Lethal Weapon 5 is moving forward at Warner Brothers, starring Rachel Zegler and Cynthia Erivo as Riggs and Murtaugh's daughters, and will be titled Lethal Weapons. Now, to be completely honest, I kind of think that this is a meme. Do not take this one seriously. I'm pretty sure that this is parody engagement bait, but it's so stupid. I'm sure Hollywood's probably looking at this going, you know what? Might not do anything, but you just think of those paired analytics, man. People are going to be talking about this, so they might float it, but we've also heard that Mel Gibson has the rights to the Lethal Weapon franchise, and he is going to be taking it into the future, so yeah, this is a meme. Okay, this is not serious. I am not seriously reporting on this, okay, because it is not going to happen, at least at time of recording. I mean, everything outside of this, who knows, man, because this shit is absolutely insane. But yeah, Rachel Zegler's career is very much not over. What did I say? What the fuck did I say? Rachel Zegler to star alongside Marisa Tomei in comedy drama. She gets it from me. I mean... There you go, man. She's not being reduced to the first chick getting yeeted in a B-level A24 horror movie like Y2K that bombed spectacularly. No, she's not getting pushed off into the background. She is still getting work next to another reasonably big star in Marisa Tomei. She is going to be here like white on rice, like cancer on Steve Jobs. She ain't going anywhere. And I'm feeling a lot more optimistic about my prediction that she's going to be in a Star Wars project at some point in time, and she's going to be Jubilee in the next X-Men. You fucking bet on that one. Newly crowned Disney princess Rachel Zegler, because look at the way that the media loves her. Look at that. Has aligned her first film after Snow White and is set to play the daughter of Marisa Tomei's while-loving mother in comedy drama She Gets It From Me. The film is being directed by Julia von Heinz, treasure and Germany's 2021 Oscar submission, and tomorrow the entire world, with Embankment launching global pre-sales in Cannes. Based on a true story, She Gets It From Me follows Nikki Zegler, whose engagement celebration turns into a search for her pill-popping ex-punk rocker birth mother Charlotte Tomei. Together, the two embark on an anarchic mother and daughter journey to reconnect. It sounds like shit, but it sounds like something that could be an attempt to really show off Rachel Zegler's range of being an insufferable bitch, their drug-addicted mother. It's going to be so great. As the synopsis read, YouTube is packed with tearful family reunions, but nobody films the messy aftermath. Yo, I don't get that one. 3311 Productions, the assistant Brigsby Bear, Table 19, produces the partnership with Anna Werner from Seven Elephants. I'm reading words, but none of them make sense. Jay Rice, award-winning the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. The Oranges. Bro, what are we doing? The emotional truth of the movie reflected parts of all of our lives. Is truly funny, immersive cinema, said Von Heinz. Jay's screenplay captures family dynamics at their most authentic, absurd yet profound, messy yet meaningful. The collision of the two worlds creates comedy that cuts deep because it's so damn honest. Added producer Jen Donna from 3311. Rachel always brings a brilliant depth and humanity to her role. What the fuck are we... Bro, she's ass in everything that she's done, but okay. And we're so excited for her to continue to showcase her versatility and humor as an actress. Bruh, she's not going anywhere. Because these are what the creatures from the inside of the system think about this insufferable little bent. They love her because she is everything that they are. They just do a better job at hiding it. Zegler has been on a steep trajectory since breaking out in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. A bomb, a catastrophic bomb, but breaking out. Okay, that's interesting. The adaptation, yes, which she won a Golden Globe, appearing in the Hunger Games, The Battle of Songbirds and Snakes. What did that do? Oh yeah, lowest grossing Hunger Games film in the entire series. If you want to do some funny math, might have broke even. And most recently, as the famed princess in the live-action Snow White, she even recently announced as leading Evita at the London Palladium. Why don't you want to mention she was in Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods? Why don't you want to mention that? The Oscar-winning and 3-time nominee Tomei, meanwhile, continues to mix both indie and studio work, known for portraying May Parker in the MCU. She won't be back for that one, but hey, there is multiverse after all, so who knows? Alongside recent films, including Brene Boeing, She Came to Me, and Prime Video rom-com Upgraded. I'll take your word for it. I just remember her in The Wrestler. She was a Pastor Prime stripper, even though Marisa Tomei, like, she's, what, 60 or something like that? Like, what was that comparison? Oh, God, that was, I think, last fall or something like that. But she's, what, 50 or 60? And they were going, oh, yeah, see, they don't make them like they used to. Or they were just trying to use, there was some engagement bait tweet that was out there. But yeah, it was everybody going, yeah, it's like, oh, yeah. See, women don't hit the wall. It's like, okay, bro, you got one example. Meanwhile, you got Millie Bobby Brown, who's, what, 20-something? Going on 48, like, bruh. Zegler is repped by CAA. I thought she got fired by her agent. What about all of those funny rumors out there, right? Like a Disney. Oh my God, she's gonna be suing Disney, man. She's gonna cause the entire industry to burn down. Oh my God, she's gonna be such a headache for Disney, for Marvel, for everybody moving forward. When in actuality, she's not going anywhere, which is kind of nice. To be completely honest, man, for as much as I think that she's an insufferable chick and her ultimate downfall is something that is one of the most deserving outcomes that we have seen in a very long time, I do like a little bit of job security and continuing to talk about the insufferable Rachel Zegler for years to come. Hey, man, there's a silver lining to every story. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.